A bizarre and devastating scenario is unfolding in the northern Gulf of Mexico. At least 53 dead dolphins, 30 of them, calves or fetuses, have been recovered from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama to Florida. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is calling this an unusual mortality event. Joining me on Skype is Blair Mays, marine mammal biologist and stranding coordinator for NOAA's Southeast region. Blair, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me, how concerned are scientists about the rise in this death toll?
We are absolutely concerned. This has been an increase in stranding since January 1st, specifically young animals. And we don't typically see young animals washing ashore this time of year. We have a stranding season which occurs mid-March to the beginning of April, and this is a lot earlier, so it's causing concern for us all.
What kind of impact is this going to have on the dolphin population in the Gulf?
Well, it's too early to tell. The Gulf of Mexico is no stranger to dolphin mortality events. In fact, we've had 11 dolphin die-off events since 1990. So it's not an unusual occurrence. What is unusual is the fact that we're receiving so many very, very small animals this time of year.
As a stranding coordinator, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Well, actually, yes. There was a similar scenario where we did receive many small animals, neonates, in Texas in 2008. So this has occurred before in the Gulf of Mexico. Unfortunately, those animals were very decomposed and we weren't able to determine a cause. The situation is similar with this situation as well, where a lot of these animals that are washing ashore are in moderate to advanced stages of decomposition, which will affect our investigation.
Obviously, reports are trying to correlate this to the oil spill. Do you have any indication that this is related?
Yes. The BP oil spill is definitely on everybody's radar screen, and potential impacts from the oil spill are a concern. But it's really too early to tell, and we have to caution everybody not to jump to any conclusions. We are going to be treating this just like any other investigation, where we look at all possibilities and rule out scenarios one by one.
Well, you're testing the corpses of these dolphins. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for signs of infectious disease, possible harmful algal blooms or biotoxins that could impact the animals, and potential human impacts. So we're looking at the whole gamut of possible causes. And one thing we are going to be looking at specifically with this event is we're going to be looking at the animals to try to determine whether these animals were born prematurely, aborted, or they were born alive and just very, very small. So that's part of our investigation and part of the piece of the puzzle to this investigation.
Blair, when these stranding deaths occur, are they usually concentrated in one area or to one species, like this happens to be the bottlenose dolphin?
Exactly. We've had events where it has included multiple species, but this particular event so far is including only bottlenose dolphins.
Blair Mays, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully this will stop.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your concern.